Hey Cliff, that those licks, they're like so basic. I mean, that guy hexatonic this, it's that can drive anybody insane. That's the type of teacher you have to get away from, and that I fought with, and I couldn't learn it. It was like thinking like that is nobody can play like that. It's like you have to be a super genius or an alien to be thinking of stuff like that. Look at this. It's an F major 7 chord. And the two chords that I say, 1, 3, and the 6, right? You have D minor and A minor. To the 6 and the 3 over the F major 7. So listen to the line. Down D minor, a chromatic note, down to the 7 to the D minor. And then go into the A note above and climb up. That's the most basic bop line over, say, A. Here's the root, above, up. So up the arpeggio, you hear that? That's like an exercise for A minor. Above, go each chord tone, go a half step up and then approach 3 below, like this. That's the third. Then you go to, that's the root, I'm sorry. I'm resolving on A. Above, climb up. Then go to the third of the chord. There's the note, up to the 5th, up to the root. So, like Django Reinhardt would do above and below. It's just a different version of that. And then not Pat Martino, the other Pat, whatever, anyway. Pat Metheny. His favorite lines, and then other guys. And then that's all just approaching to the root. Listen to that, a typical Pat Metheny line. Resolving on the 5. These stupid patterns they come. Pat, like your favorite guy, Pat Martino, who's my favorite, one of my favorites too. The guy's incredible. They just take his lines and mix them up a little bit, but all that stuff was done. That's coming down to it. You hear George Benson. Everybody else was coming up. George Benson switched and went down. And then every type of chromatic thing just around the note and then resolving on that note. It's really simple, and to think of it the other way is nuts. Just remember those chords, and you add chromatic like bring-ins to the chord tone. You're playing around the arpeggio above and below with one note above, 2 notes below, or vice versa, 1 note below, 2 notes above, and just patterns like that Pat Metheny pattern that he stole from Pat Martino. Over B, that's B minor. Root. 5, 3, 7, or you just vary them, and that's all. That's like Pat Martino's big thing. He plays those wild twisting lines, and he's always changing those chromatic notes, and it sounds different. But he's just outlining the arpeggio of the same chords, the same substitutions we're all talking about. There's nothing more that can be done. Kurt Rosenwinkel, all these new guys are doing the same freaking thing. They have their own little ways of approaching it. But everything's been done. There's nothing new.